Hey everyone, so I am starting this little YouTube channel because I am someone who has a bunch of friends, acquaintances, close friends, but in a way I feel kind of like too concerned about them or almost performant with the people I don't know. And I'm here to kind of just share a real piece of me with the world that I can't share with the people that I really know. Because even with my close family or others, I feel like there are parts about me that they would judge and parts about me that they would not judge. And that's because I'm kind of a very different person. I've always felt like this since I was very young. When I was very young, I remember my first day at school and I saw all of the kids playing football, and I chose not to play with them because all the kids were playing football. Even though I was already interested in football, I had been playing football since I could walk. But the fact that I then realised that everyone was interested in it made me feel less interested in it. And I've always been like this, and I feel that weirdness, that drive towards a novel, that drive towards wanting to find unique, true takes about the world, but also things that can help me express myself as a human being. It manifests in a way where I have opinions or fleeting thoughts that I'd love to share with lots of people that they would judge, because some of these thoughts are far too novel. Some of them are too personal. In many ways, there's a projected image of me that I share with different collections of others, whether it's the world, whether it's two people, or anything in between, to an 8 billion people, that don't fully sync up with the true me. And I want to share this a little bit more on YouTube, because I know that there will be many people that think I'm a complete idiot, many people that might hate me and think this is dumb. But at the same time, I think that there will be some people who might vibe with this inner part of my personality and maybe seek some comfort that they're the same and they can be themselves too. So the point of this channel is really just to be a video diary, and I don't really care if no one actually watches these videos. It's something just for me to keep a log for myself about my future, and like something I can look back on when I'm an old man and say, this was your progress, this is how you evolved as a human. And who knows where that will go. I might make progress in one direction, I might make progress in multiple other directions, I might change completely, but I want that to be me being honest to myself. And I'm certainly not always honest with myself. I'm usually quite dishonest with others and myself in many ways, and honest in many other ways too. The thing that also partially triggered me to start this is when you're on a call or a meetup or sharing time with your parents, your siblings, your whatever, your spouse, your friends, it's almost like when you're talking to them, you're taking up their time. You can go to a shrink, but I don't like them because they're being paid, so they're not really interested in you. And in a way, the audience that sees these videos won't be interested in me either, but they'll be interested in little pockets of things that I say. And then they'll be able to play back those pockets and then ring true to them. And in a way, it's like I'm not speaking to any individual here, I'm speaking to the world. And I get to speak to humans and the human form, sort of as Plato would call it. What is the true form of a human? And that is a collectivization in a way of all the humans in the world. And that's what I'm speaking to. I wouldn't call it like a god or something, but the collective imagination of humans out there. And bits of those will come back to me and maybe say, wow, that's so honest, or that's so dishonest, or that's so this, or so that. And I might be able to read those things and help them also. A little bit about me and my day. Today I feel like in the last few days, weeks, years probably, I don't feel like I've made a lot of progress in my life, where I feel like I've truly tried to be me to the maximum extent. I think when others will see me, they think, yes, he really is trying to be him and he is doing a very good job of it. But I think my standards of that are very, very high, much higher than other people's. And so that's why I'm not satisfied. On another dimension, which is sort of the bottom end of my Maslow hierarchies of needs, I don't feel like I've truly fulfilled all of my needs, whether it be my food, shelter. Well, food is fine, I suppose, shelter is fine a little bit, but long run food, shelter, eventually relationships, and my own kind of physical attributes, what I look like, it's not quite there, it's not quite what it could be. For example, I'm not a very tall person, and I feel like I could be taller, and I've always felt like this, and my siblings are taller, but I never quite got there. And I feel like this really stops me from expressing myself with lots of people, because it's something that's a little bit at the back of my mind, or buried deep within me, something I never quite managed to manifest. And I could. Lots of people get limb lengthening surgery, lots of people manage to do certain exercises to increase their height and posture, well, via their posture a little bit. And it's more the fact that I'm not kind of acting on that bothers me. You know, I've only got one life. I'm not as muscular as I would hope. I'm not as flexible. I don't have great stamina. There are things about my appearance, like my hairline, that I think I can restore, or my skin, or the bags under my eyes. And I mean, I want this to be an anonymous YouTube channel, but I know that someone's gonna find this if this gets famous one day and probably figure out who I am. But I guess that's fine, you know. I mean, it might be a good exercise for me to eventually have a point where all my thoughts are out there, or a lot of them, and there's nothing I can do about those being discovered. What am I going to do today? What do I really care about? Well, I will put that in another video. I'd like this to just be the opening video of the channel. So if you'd like to watch any of these, feel free to subscribe, give this video a like. I would massively appreciate that, mostly because, again, it's not about getting a following, it's not about making money or whatever, but it's really about trying to talk to the collective imagination of the human. And that's how I see it. To find what the true human form is, and to go past the ridiculousness of the charades that we present to others, the roles that we play when you're speaking to people in anonymous form. Some of these videos I will share with some of my friends, probably not via a link to the channel. I will probably write thoughts that I derive from the musings that I state in these videos, because I want my thoughts to last a long time. I want them to echo past my death and hopefully have an impact on the collective imagination of the human, and maybe of other living things too. I guess that's all we can really hope for. Thank you for listening.